Aja bapita Luwama bamulujja lwa Kigozi akabiro kikere nebigenderako basebo nabanyabo jebale webale. Welcome to the shoot. It's a brand new video. The video is called Rare, featuring Sheena Skies, your boy Navio, produced by Lucian, and the video is being done by Sasha Vybz. So welcome to the set. It's a mad thing. We're gonna be shooting until the night time, and we're gonna have a blast, man. Good times.
Video mushundinga video kiyogera ku lugano lwalero Navio for the first time.
Video Majita Rare, Nima Sheena Skies. Sheena Skies, you know her, great writer, great composer, of course, and me, Luwama, Navio, one and only. Sasha Vybz are video. So yeah, man, it's gonna be a mad thing. And those in this time of COVID, people need a little bit of happiness and reassurance. A lot of people have been suffering, whether it's elections, whether it's the street, whether it's confusion, whether it's music, the business, whether it's awards. People have been confused. And those music heals the soul. So yeah, man, we're ready for a new year to push on and keep music going.
Omuraja kwebuuza Navio. Tuli mu COVID buli mwaka abasente go shootinga videos akabi ate nga tumanyisha Vybz yasinga wano kuwa webay.
Ndoza Navio are a businessman first and foremost. So whenever there's a drought, it's about finding. Navio are a businessman first and foremost. So but they war for 20 years. Whether there was elections, whether there was droughty, whether there was a ban on music, whether there were riots, Navio have the war. So I think people shouldn't be surprised that just because there's COVID, Navio is going to stop music. But the more businesses, by this point I'm doing a lot of different businesses. So whether it's the farm and other things, I think people shouldn't be surprised, that I'm coming out with music. And I think I actually slowed down for the last year, due to the COVID thing. But it's a new year, and you need to make sure you branch out and do other things. So yeah, this is my next effort, my next release.
Okoze ne Sheena Skies. Ate twamulabanga era naye akola ne Gravity. Ngate Gravity. Lwaki sazo okola ne Sheena Skies ngate yakamala kumpi okuta project emabega kosibanga ne Gravity. Atenga Gravity wano yagenda nakubaka akasajja nakutekako omutwe gw'embuzi. Nakwambaza ne pampa.
Yeah, those good music is good music. And me and Sheena come from the writer's side. The writer, So actually one of the projects that I wrote on is being rotated now in the USA. It's number 22 on the most played music projects on radio in the States. So I write for people in the States, I write for people in Uganda, and when two writers come together, the music is always going to flow. So, I have no problems who she works with. Sheena's, she's a good writer, and she's a good artist. And I feel a vibe, and the song came out because of that. And also, I guess from her side, she's a new artist who also doesn't take or want to show that she has sides, So if at all we meet and she's cool to work, I'm cool to work, She's a talented artist. Whether she worked with Gravity or whether she worked with Wahoo, it doesn't really faze me. I know where I'm going to push our music, and how far we're going to go with our music. So I don't mind.
Oliro tyo kubanga gundi bazongezaayo Mama's.
Man, Mama Awards, those are, I think half the people are happy that it's not happening. For me, I was pushing for it to happen because I understand what it means to be a young artist coming up. if we're looked upon negatively by the Nigerians because of Omale, by the Western world because of elections, I know what it does to the music industry because I've been here for 20 years. So what I want to see is the next Wizkid coming from Uganda. I want to see the next Burna Boy coming from Uganda. And it's going to be very hard to do it when internationally, we don't show that we have music, or we have a situation that can support a music business. So I was pretty sad to see the mamas go, but at the end of the day, if people say Uganda is bleeding, then let them investigate. Let them investigate. Let's get to the bottom of that, if we must, since it's now not happening. For me, I felt like it was two different things, because a budget for that compared with what we make as a country and what would be made of tourism. If you paid for that kind of tours, it's getting the same. It was going to get the same mileage as the World Cup. As far as like eyeballs, as far as like how many satellites and how many continents it was on, it has the potential to get the same amount of eyeballs as the World Cup. And for me, that's priceless. Uganda cannot pay for that. So when we talk about $2 million into that, for me, the tourism we would have got would have been a lot. And tourist money means that we can supply hospitals, So, I was sad to see it go, but at the end of the day, they call me neighborhood Navio for a reason. I'm with the people.
You with the people?
I'm with the people. So let that, let's get to the bottom of why they were taken off, why people are thinking Uganda is a certain way. And let's make people accountable. Let's find out who is who at the end of the day.
Do you think was the same impact as the investments
I think the impact is always going to be big, because I see us putting Ugandan sites, Ugandan heritage sites, Ugandan tourist locations in between, showing Ugandan music, the best of Ugandan music, or some of the best of Ugandan music, to people in China, to people in Indonesia, to people in Australia, to people in there's no TV show which does that. You can get on Big Brother, you can get on whichever show you want to. That's going to be 100 million people watching maximum. This is going to be the potential for 2 billion people to watch us as Uganda. For me, that tourism, the amount that it's going to get us back in people wanting to visit our country, it's a lot, man. So I just hope that people don't suffer because of this. I just think of that mother going to the hospital and can't get help because we weren't able to raise money from our tourist budget, So I don't want it to become now an opposite effect where we have absolutely no tourism, because we also have to think about the country we want to inherit. Even Bobby, as my friend, if he wins the election, the next election, what sort of tourism is he going to inherit? I want him to get a country that is vibrant. Tourism is good, this is good, that is good. So yeah, for anyone who takes over, So I'm just thinking about the kids, and I'm trying to think a little bit further than just now.
Okay. Just last week, twalaba omukulu wa Ekibenda. Simanyi oli registered mu Uma. You registered? Omukulu yavayo from Namalaga resigning afuwa ku Facebook.
Yeah. Those are Waiki, Asabiye term. He did his term. And there's a lot of things that have been happening with him personally. Let's not forget the car crash, wanting to do more music. And in these COVID times, Aina programs is there. So
he got disorganized.
Those are whatever he thought he could accomplish there. There's new factors. There's COVID, there's elections, there's him getting in a car crash. Those now change his program. He might be on a rehabilitation for his leg, or we don't know about, so he knows best. And so if he feels that he cannot serve us, let him go in peace. I think a lot of people have come to the top. A lot of people have had their issues and good times, bad times. And yeah, let it keep changing. We wish him the best of luck, and we're waiting for the hits.
Lwaki gwe tubafuga mukko banno?
Those are waliwo roles nyingi mu government. And Navio is the Minister of Foreign Affairs.
No.
I'm happy to I'm happy to help where I'm needed, but I know that there's a lot of things that go into choosing a new leader, especially Uma. And yeah, all I can offer right now is just advice. If people want me there, they should give me a good reason why.
Yeah.
You know, and if people
Why
don't
not
want me
you
there,
giving yourself a good reason to lead your friends?
I wouldn't be leading my friends, first of all. We would be leading ourselves, with me appointed as more like a secretary. I don't think about it as a chairman. You end up being more of a secretary because you're putting your friends' wishes, into action, which is okay. But also the time. Remember, I just got back, COVID. I understand where Waiki is coming from.
You're doing hip hop, and your representative kuuma ku hip hop is Victor Kamenyo. Yavuddeyo n'agamba nti mu ba hip hop artists bonna abasigadde talabawo alina leadership skills ate nawe tunkuulidde otya okwesimbawo, so newe bwakuddamu okwesimbawo agenda kujja unopposed. No one in the hip hop industry in Uganda alina leadership skills nga ye.
Well, I think that would be wrong. I don't know what was his degree in. He's a lawyer. Okay, that's good. I did political science and international relations. I'm also able to lead, and I'm also from Rubaga. Yeah, Victor Kamini. Think I cannot lead this the hip hoppers in terms of organization and such? You think I go to make 60 awards for fun? You think I've toured 40 countries without knowing how to lead? No. Hey, anyone who wants the job, it's theirs. You know what I mean? So big up to Victor Kamenyu. He's a fellow Rubaga boy. We play around a lot. But if he feels he can lead, why not? He's a Sasha.
Oli bulungi?
Ndi bulungi nnyo.
Soko mule ku project gye mukoze leero oluyimba baluyita batya?
Oluyimba baluyita Rare. Bange ne Navio. Balukolera ku Icon Studios. It's being shot by Sasha Vybz. It's an incredible vibe.
So tell me okukola ne Navio.
Nze okukola ne Navio. Nata kwatagana ngera abayimbi mukwatagana mu meeting and vibe nezikwatagana. So we should do something. Actually, this song took very short time because as soon as he told me, playing our beats, netkolera, nataka mu verse, and I got a vibe and call a chorus, and I just.
Nali manyengeri gye wakola ne Gravity omutujju. Ate nga eva babeera mu kuyomba nono nga manyi
Wow. Gravity mkono gwange ne Navio mkono gwange. Sina paranira ko singa makati ga baba ino kubagano bwabe ubabwabe. Nze sibulimu. Basila nze wonna kwatagana nabo mu music.
Wala batugamba after that project ne Gravity yakwasaganya.
Yakwasaganya mkono gwe. Nawe byakomao. Wali kwasaganya kusuka wao.
Temulina gye mwalaga wala. Paul Gambo lwafulumanga lunyino bagamba na gundi ani Gravity munjogere nyangu yalidde Sheena Skies.
Munjogere nyangu. Abambite.
Tiyakola yi?
Sijja chogera naye kyakolwa.
So tell me, we had some time back wayambako Irene Ntalemuku album ye ya fuluma. Tell us about that EP.
Namukolera kakayimba kamu bakaita onkubirako wewe guli nnyo nkubirako. Yes, last one tena kawandika kwali kusaba amani kuba Irene kuzenga mulaba kasi kuzenga mulaba lera nkuzenga mulaba
kiriwe kituufu.
Kale sinyo kubana mulabera ndi mu high school, but I've always loved her. She has an incredible voice, so it was very beautiful to be able to work with her. Yes.
The